They said basketball was pure, but last night, the FBI proved otherwise. Armed agents didn't raid some random casino. They raided the NBA headquarters. Yeah, you heard that right. The same building where billion-dollar deals are made, and where LeBron James and Stephen Curry were just questioned over a $5 billion gambling ring. Cameras caught luxury cars leaving the scene, faces covered, security panicking, and sources whispering that the entire league's under federal surveillance. LeBron looked calm, too calm. Curry refused to comment. And while fans argue this is fake news, one insider claims this investigation has been building for months. Sealed documents, secret wiretaps, and a hidden money trail that leads straight into the league's highest offices. So was it all rigged? Were games fixed from the start? Or did the NBA's biggest stars finally get caught in something so deep even Adam Silver can't spin it? Don't blink, because what's about to unfold isn't just a scandal. It's a takedown. And when you see who tipped off the FBI, you'll never watch basketball the same way again. When the FBI walks into your office, you know something's gone wrong. But when the FBI walks into the NBA headquarters, that's not a scandal, that's an earthquake. Reports say it started quietly around 6 a.m. Federal agents surrounded the Manhattan building, badges flashing, boxes in hand, and a single phrase echoed through every corridor. No one leaves a room. Employees froze, phones confiscated, files seized, and the first two names mentioned? LeBron James and Stephen Curry. The faces of basketball, now being whispered about like cartel bosses in a billion-dollar gambling ring. It sounds insane, but the craziest part? Some say this wasn't sudden. It's been coming for years, covered up, paid off, swept under glossy PR statements and charity smiles. A source inside the league, who allegedly leaked to the Daily Insider, claims the FBI has been tracking offshore payments connected to multiple NBA foundations. The same foundations that donate millions to youth programs? Yeah, according to this source, those accounts were used to wash player betting money through fake overseas sponsorships. Now pause for a second. Betting money? LeBron? Curry? It sounds like satire, but the receipts, or at least what's being called receipts, tell a darker story. A 78-page internal audit supposedly shows irregular transactions totaling nearly $4.7 billion in performance incentives routed through offshore companies in Malta, Cyprus, and the Bahamas. Each payment approved by management. When the first whispers hit Reddit, fans laughed it off. Clickbait, they said. Fake news, others wrote. But then came the footage, a grainy 6-second clip, filmed outside the NBA building, showing black SUVs and two men who looked a lot like LeBron and Curry walking out with security. The internet didn't need confirmation. The story had already exploded. Inside sources say the questioning wasn't aggressive. Not yet. The FBI's Financial Crimes Unit allegedly wanted clarification on endorsement routing and third-party sponsorship discrepancies. Translation: where's the money really coming from? One anonymous staffer told Hoop Leaks, "We've known for months that some brand deals didn't add up. We were told not to ask questions." The narrative online shifted from disbelief to obsession. Twitter threads turned into digital courtrooms. TikTok conspiracy accounts broke down hidden clues from old press conferences. Curry adjusted his mic nervously during an interview. LeBron saying, "We bet on ourselves after a playoff win." Out of context? Maybe, but the timing couldn't be worse. Meanwhile, ESPN stayed suspiciously silent for 12 hours. No coverage, no statements. Just a quiet tweet later deleted that read, "Developing story. FBI presence confirmed at NBA HQ." Within minutes, every outlet from TMZ to Reuters picked it up. The public wanted a villain. The internet needed a headline. And when there's money, fame, and betrayal involved, the narrative writes itself. LeBron's camp immediately denied any involvement. A rep claimed LeBron has nothing to do with any gambling operations, legal or otherwise. But notice what they didn't say? They didn't deny being questioned. Curry's agent gave an almost identical statement. Stephen was not detained. Again, not questioned. Just not detained. And here's where it gets even messier. A whistleblower from inside one of the NBA's accounting divisions leaked a fragment of an email chain dated 6 months ago. mentioning irregular payment entries linked to Vegas accounts. The email was allegedly flagged, buried, and quietly deleted from internal servers 3 days later. Guess who was CC'd? A name blacked out in the screenshot, but the subject line read, "Sponsorship payment, player ANC." Now, if you know how internet detectives work, that's all it takes. Threads erupted, speculating who A and C could be. Most assumed A for Akron, a sly reference to LeBron's hometown, and C for Curry. Whether that's true or not, irrelevant. The damage was already done. Fans started digging into old sponsorship posts. People noticed the same 5 shell brands tagged under both LeBron's and Curry's older Instagram promotions, brands that now appear offline. Elite Life Investments, Next Win Apparel, Game Vault Holdings. None of them exist on Google anymore. Domain records wiped. Traces gone. The pattern felt too deliberate to ignore. And then came a jaw-dropping claim from a supposed former financial consultant who worked closely with the league. In an audio clip circulating online, he said, "The FBI was tipped off by someone inside the players' union who got tired of the lies. This has been running since 2018. 2018, the year the NBA officially embraced sports betting partnerships. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe the door was left wide open. But let's not forget the most suspicious piece. A mysterious charity tournament held last month in Las Vegas, sponsored by a company called Arena Global. According to leaked invoices, that single weekend event allegedly handled over $180 million in cash donations. Yet no one can trace where that money went. Insiders swear that's the moment the feds started watching. Someone allegedly tipped them off after seeing an NBA assistant executive handing envelopes to an unidentified man at the event. Within a week, surveillance orders were filed. Within a month, the raids began. And here's the kicker. Multiple sources claim that when agents entered the NBA's HQ server room, they found shredded paper still warm to the touch, as if someone had been destroying documents minutes before they arrived. That's not a coincidence. That's panic. One security guard even went viral on TikTok for saying, "They told us to lock all exits, but everyone was running around like it was the end of the world." Another posted a blurry selfie caption, "FBI in the lobby skull." The post disappeared within hours. By noon, hashtags like hashtag NBA raid, hashtag LeBron scandal, and hashtag Curry investigation were trending worldwide. Fans outside the building live-streamed the chaos while news helicopters circled overhead. People want answers, but no one's giving any. Not the NBA, not the players, not even the FBI. Every statement ends with the same line, ongoing investigation. Behind closed doors, tensions boiling. Sponsors are allegedly reviewing contracts. Agents are holding emergency meetings. And rival teams are quietly distancing themselves. The Lakers and Warriors reportedly called PR lockdowns, ordering players not to post anything online. But silence doesn't stop suspicion. It multiplies it. Because if this were truly nothing, why are billion-dollar sponsors suddenly pulling ads? Why are insider accounts getting suspended? Why are so many no comments starting to sound like confessions? And now the biggest rumor of all, that one of the two stars is already turned on the other. A leaked text thread circulating online claims LeBron feels betrayed after Curry cooperated early. Totally unverified, of course. But in the world of viral scandals, the truth doesn't need proof. It just needs momentum. The FBI's next move? Unknown. But one thing's clear, this isn't a one-day story. This is the kind of storm that destroys careers, exposes secrets, and rewrites history. Because if even half of what's being whispered turns out real, the NBA won't be the same again by the time evening hit Manhattan. The NBA headquarters look less like a corporate office and more like a war zone. Reporters barricaded outside, helicopters humming overhead, and agents still walking in and out carrying boxes labeled evidence, financials. Inside sources claimed the FBI had cloned hard drives, confiscated 42 laptops, and sealed 3 private offices, one which allegedly belonged to a senior liaison between player agents and offshore accounts. And then it happened. The leaks began. Around 8 p.m., a 30-second clip hit X, formerly Twitter. It showed a conference room, low lighting, a tense voice saying, "Tell LeBron we found a third account." The video vanished within minutes, but by then, it was already reposted thousands of times. Users froze the frame, enhanced the audio, slowed it down, and every second felt heavier than the last. Who leaked it? No one knows. But anonymous insiders started messaging basketball blogs, claiming the footage came from internal NBA surveillance that the FBI missed. Others said it was a distraction, meant to throw off the investigation. Either way, fans didn't care. They wanted drama, and they got it. One fake Reddit account calling itself at Insider023 started dropping supposed daily updates from inside the raid. Their posts sounded too detailed to ignore. Curry tried calling his agent 3 times, but phone seized. LeBron escorted by 2 feds. Documents show coded transactions labeled training bonuses. There's panic. No verification. No source. But viral anyway. Meanwhile, a headline on a small Nevada paper quietly confirmed that 2 Las Vegas casinos, both NBA-affiliated sponsors, were under review for financial irregularities. The dots started connecting fast. Social media spun its own web. NBA charity money, casino shell companies, offshore accounts, players' private foundations. Then, an anonymous email surfaced claiming to come from a former NBA financial officer. The league knew about internal betting patterns long before this raid. Certain players were tipped off about point spreads by executives themselves. The signature was redacted, but the document metadata traced back to someone who really did work at the NBA, last active 2023. The kind of coincidence that breaks the internet. Curry's name popped up again when a blurred FBI memo started circulating on Telegram. It mentioned subject number 17, cross-referenced Stephen C., and subject number 19, LeBron J. Next to them, a chilling note, pending cooperation evaluation. The meme pages went insane. TikTokers made fake interrogation reenactments. Some edited NBA highlights with police sirens and captions like, "When you dunk, but the FBI dunks harder." It was chaos, profitable chaos. While the internet laughed, the league panicked. Several sponsors reportedly froze upcoming endorsement payments, including a $90 million shoe deal rumored to be connected to the same offshore accounts under investigation. LeBron's PR team called an emergency meeting. One staffer leaked that his lawyer told him, "Say nothing, delete everything." But silence only fueled suspicion. The next morning, ESPN finally broke its silence, but the tone was strange. The anchor smiled nervously and said, "The NBA is cooperating fully with authorities following reports of an internal audit." Internal audit? That's not a raid. That's spin. The FBI doesn't audit. They investigate. And just when things started cooling down, boom! Another leak dropped. This one was worse. A voice memo allegedly recorded inside an interrogation room. 2 voices. One identified by online sleuths as LeBron. The other, a calm male voice, likely an agent. "Agent, Mr. James, did you authorize the $2.3 million transfer to Game Ball Holdings?" LeBron, "I don't handle that stuff directly." "Agent, so who does?" LeBron, "Pause, you should ask Adam." That line, "You should ask Adam," set social media on fire. Was he talking about Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner? The memes came instantly. Pictures of Silver in sunglasses captioned "Boss Level Unlocked." Within hours, hashtag Ask Adam trended globally. Then came Curry's turn. Another supposed memo claimed Curry admitted he'd signed promotional contracts without reviewing their financial clauses. Translation: plausible deniability. Fans weren't buying it. Comment sections filled with "he knew." They all knew. NBA equals never bet again. Meanwhile, one Redditor found something everyone missed. The gambling company at the center of the investigation, Arena Global, had quietly changed its website domain, redirecting visitors to a blank page with the phrase "access restricted by federal order." You couldn't script this better if you tried. The NBA tried damage control. They issued a statement. "We are aware of the ongoing federal inquiry regarding external sponsorship accounts." No players are charged, and the NBA remains committed to transparency. But fans saw through it. Transparency? They just watched their heroes escorted by agents. One fake insider on YouTube, using a distorted voice and claiming to be a former league consultant, dropped a tell-all video titled The NBA's Secret Bank. In it, he claimed every franchise kept a black account funded by game fix bets. The video hit 5 million views in 10 hours before being deleted for legal reasons. Screenshots flooded everywhere anyway. Then the money trail twist. A hacker collective called Courtside Leaks claimed they'd accessed old NBA emails showing internal talks with Sports Data Europe, a betting analytics firm linked to 2 offshore banks. They posted snippets. Ensure all spread consistent. Check Vegas. The FBI refused comment, but a spokesperson later said, cyber evidence is being reviewed. Translation, it's real enough to scare them. By nightfall, talk shows were calling it the NBA Watergate. One guest analyst joked, LeBron didn't just break scoring records, he broke the law. The laughter felt forced. Everyone knew this wasn't ending soon. And somewhere between rumor and reality, another narrative emerged, betrayal. Someone inside the circle was leaking info to save themselves. Some said it was an assistant coach. Others swore it was a player's family member. But one leak stood out. A text allegedly from Curry to LeBron, time-stamped a week before the raid. If this blows up, remember who warned you. Was it fake? Probably. Did anyone care? Not at all. The internet already crowned it proof. Then came the wildest twist of all. Anonymous reports claimed Adam Silver himself had been invited for questioning. The league denied it, but flight logs showed an NBA chartered jet leaving New York for Washington, D.C. that same morning. Coincidence? Right. The memes turned darker. From GOAT to felon, NBA equals nothing but arrests, Splash Brothers, and money launderers. But beneath the jokes, a sense of disbelief hung in the air. Could America's most profitable sport really be this dirty? Fans gathered outside arenas holding signs. We want answers. Protesters burned old jerseys. TV hosts debated lifetime bans. Even Vegas oddsmakers paused NBA bets pending investigation. It was official. The league that once symbolized dreams had become a crime scene. Still, the biggest question remained. Who tipped the FBI? Some swore it was a rival owner seeking revenge. Others believed a jealous executive finally snapped. But one unconfirmed report hinted that an anonymous foreign whistleblower had provided documents proving international money laundering through player charities. Whoever was, they blew up a billion-dollar empire. As the dust settled that night, both LeBron and Curry had vanished from public view. No games, no interviews, just silence. LeBron's last tweet? A cryptic line, every empire falls. Coincidence or confession? Nobody knew. But one thing was certain. The scandal was no longer about basketball. It was about power, money, and the illusion of heroes. Because when the lights fade and the checks bounce, even the biggest stars can't dribble away from the truth. 3 days after the raid, the NBA's silence became louder than any statement. No press conferences, no games, no updates. Just that eerie feeling that something irreversible had happened. The world's most powerful basketball league had gone dark. But the internet? It didn't sleep. Overnight, hashtags like hashtag NBA betrayal and hashtag who snitched dominated every platform. Fans were doing live investigations, breaking down old clips like they were FBI analysts. Every handshake, every awkward press moment between LeBron and Curry was suddenly evidence. Then came the email leak that broke everything wide open. A message allegedly sent from Adam Silver to the league's financial department read, "We can't contain this. Prepare a public response plan in case arrests are confirmed." That single line detonated online. If the commissioner himself was preparing for arrests, then it wasn't rumor anymore. It was happening. That same night, a video surfaced on a dark web channel. A grainy clip labeled NBA Confession Tape 1. It showed a man with a familiar voice saying, "We didn't mean for it to go this far." His face blurred, but the audio unmistakable. Fans slowed it down, enhanced the pitch, compared to old interviews, and 90% were convinced it was LeBron. By morning, ESPN anchors were whispering the words they'd avoided all week. Is this the end of LeBron James as we know him? Curry's side struck back. His PR team dropped a verified statement claiming Curry was fully cooperating with investigators and had no knowledge of illegal activity. But within hours, another document leaked, showing his signature on a consultancy agreement tied to one of the offshore accounts the FBI seized. That's when people stopped believing anyone. The next blow came from an unexpected name, Draymond Green. In a now-deleted live stream, Draymond said, "You don't want to know what these dudes been betting on, bro." The clip got re-uploaded thousands of times before vanishing. The league reportedly called him for questioning. Meanwhile, a so-called internal witness dropped bombshell allegations to TMZ. The FBI is not done. There are more players, bigger names. They just haven't gone public yet. Those words sent shockwaves. Bigger names? Who could be bigger than LeBron and Curry? Within hours, trending lists filled with speculation. Durant, Tatum, Booker, even Luka again. Fans made a rest tier list like it was fantasy basketball for felons. Then came what people started calling the betrayal tape. An audio file leaked by the anonymous hacker group Courtside Leaks, allegedly a phone call between two high-profile players. One voice, identified by users as LeBron, says, "They said if we talk, they'll burn the tapes." The second voice replies, "Then talk first." Within minutes, the world had already decided. LeBron's voice was the first. Curry's the second. Memes turned into documentaries. News outlets played the audio on loop. Sports radio shows called it the greatest fall in NBA history. And then, out of nowhere, the FBI released a statement. Certain individuals connected to the National Basketball Association are cooperating with federal authorities in an ongoing gambling and money laundering investigation. Additional actions may follow. No names, no details. But the phrase cooperating with authorities was enough. The public instantly interpreted it as Curry flipped on LeBron. For 24 hours, chaos ruled. Fans burned jerseys, sponsors pulled contracts, and Twitter felt like a global trial. Old friends turned on each other in comment sections. Curry's a snitch. LeBron's guilty. The NBA's finished. Then came the darkest revelation of all, an unverified FBI asset list showing seized properties and accounts linked to high-value individuals. On that list, a Beverly Hills mansion under James Holdings, LLC, a Cayman Islands account labeled S. Curry Enterprises, and a mysterious crypto wallet allegedly holding $90 million in unreported digital funds. It was over. The image of LeBron walking into a courthouse wearing all black spread everywhere, real or deep fake, no one knew. It didn't matter. The internet had made up its mind. Curry's last post before going silent read only, "I did what I had to." That's when everything flipped. A new leak hit Reddit's front page, a supposed internal FBI memo titled Operation Hardwood. It claimed the investigation started not because of player gambling, but because of NBA executives funneling money through athletes to move untaxed profits overseas. In short, the players weren't masterminds. They were pawns. For a brief moment, public opinion shifted. Maybe LeBron and Curry weren't villains. Maybe they were scapegoats for something much bigger, something that reached the highest office of the NBA. But redemption never comes easy in a world built on headlines. LeBron's lawyer announced he was stepping away from basketball indefinitely. Curry's camp denied every new claim, but his team's social accounts started wiping old posts, sponsorships, even photos. It looked like digital erasure. Meanwhile, conspiracy threads exploded. People claimed the FBI was hiding a list of names, athletes, managers, even TV analysts, all linked to the scandal. Some said the White House got briefed. Others believed the Netflix docuseries was already being negotiated. The line between reality and rumor dissolved. Then one final leak hit YouTube, a short clip showing an FBI boardroom. On a corkboard behind an agent, fans froze the frame, and there it was, a photo of Adam Silver, circled in red marker, the man who built the modern NBA, now the prime suspect in its downfall. And that's when it all made sense. The silence, the PR lockdown, the missing footage. It was all to protect the commissioner, because if Silver fell, the entire league collapsed with him. In one final twist, a journalist named Maya Green, claiming to have inside contacts, posted a thread that went nuclear. I've seen the seal files. It wasn't LeBron or Curry who moved the money. It was the office above them. The players were names on paper. The real operation ran from the top floor. Hours later, her account was suspended. The next morning, the NBA's website displayed a single message. We will release a statement at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But noon came and went. Nothing. The page went blank. Then, it redirected to an error message. This site is temporarily unavailable due to maintenance. And just like that, the NBA, the billion-dollar machine that built legends, vanished from the internet for 6 straight hours. When the site came back, the front page was empty except for one chilling banner: integrity. Always. Fans called it tone-deaf. Analysts called it pathetic. But the truth was simpler. The empire was bleeding, and there was no PR strong enough to stop it. As the weeks passed, new names leaked, new rumors formed, and America realized something they'd never admit out loud. If the game was rigged, they didn't care. They'd still watch. Because corruption might ruin heroes. But nothing kills entertainment like silence. And as the world waited for the next raid, one thing was clear. The story wasn't over. Not even close. So tell me, who do you believe? Was this really about a few players caught gambling, or about an empire trying to hide its own corruption? Because one thing's for sure, when the FBI shows up at NBA headquarters, it's not just a routine check. It's a warning. Think about it. Billions moved, documents shredded, stars vanishing, websites under maintenance, and an entire sport pretending everything's fine. Doesn't that sound exactly like every cover-up we've ever seen in history? Maybe LeBron and Curry aren't the villains. Maybe they're just the ones who stopped playing along. And if that's true, then what happens next? Does Adam Silver step down? Does the league collapse? Or will someone else take the fall before the truth ever hits the public? Here's the part that keeps everyone awake. That FBI, Operation Hardwood, memo wasn't supposed to leak, which means if it did, someone wanted us to know. Someone on the inside is sending a message. And whatever they're planning next might not just end basketball. It could expose the entire sports industry. So before you scroll away, ask yourself, what else are we not being told? Who's next? How deep does this go? Because the story doesn't end here. It's unraveling in real time. And when the next piece drops, you'll want to be the first to see it. Subscribe, stay alert, and keep your eyes open. Because in this game, the final buzzer hasn't even sounded yet. This is Spill News, where the scandals never sleep, and neither do we. This story isn't ending. It's just beginning.